Hey, what is up guys, your boy Ed from Elite to Beach. You already know. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite videos, one of my favorite decks actually of all time, which is Mystic Mine Burn, you already know. I'm going to review and go over the deck list that I just recently saw for Rio de Janeiro champion. He got first place with this deck. I just want to talk a little bit of what I think about the deck and how he built it. And yeah, like there's actual like no criticism here whatsoever because he did get first place and win the whole tournament, which is a lot of fun. Now imagine just getting beat at a YCS so far away from your home and then just pulling up and losing to Mystic Mine. That's so much fun. Like, I think that's actually super hilarious. You guys know I love Mystic Mine. I think the card's super fair. Just draw the out. But I want to talk about the deck. I want to check it out. I've been looking at it for a minute now, and I have a couple of opinions, and I want to talk about certain things that I've seen. Yes, this tournament top has been a minute now, but I kind of wanted to get around to it and just kind of give you guys my personal opinion. I wanted to give it some time. Maybe saw or wait to see if the ban list would have dropped. It hasn't dropped yet. The Megatons are finally out, and I just want to go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So if you guys want to hear me out, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys. So starting off with the Mystic Mine deck, I just want to say that this is actually it's actually really exciting for me. When I saw this man not just play it and do well, but play it and win everything in this whole tournament, I was really excited. I love Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine is definitely one of my favorite decks. Starting off with his deck profile, as you guys can tell here, we got, of course, the 3 Mystic Mines. You can't be playing Mystic Mine Burn without Mystic Mine. I don't think that it's time for Mystic Mine to get hit. Everybody keeps calling for it now that they've also now just won a YCS. People are like, okay, now it's 1-1. Definitely let's get the heck out of it. Let's take it out of the meta. I don't know, man. I'm a really big fan of Mystic Mine. Let's go ahead and continue. We got 3 Demise of the Land, of course. So for whenever they special summon a monster, or a monster gets special summoned to their side of the field, of course, you just give them a Mystic Mine real quick. Cauldron of the Old Man. This one's really good. You can either gain life points or burn them for life points. And of course, Mystic Mine Burn. I think the idea is to burn them as much as possible. I've gotten these counters completely up and I've toyed with people with them. It's so much fun. I've burned them, taken damage, burned them, taken damage. It's crazy. It's so funny. It's so funny. We also have a Card of Demise. Card of Demise definitely being a really good card, especially in a deck build like this, where it's a lot of floodgates. It's a lot of cards that can definitely help you excavate, help you go through your deck a lot faster. Card of Demise, definitely such a good card. One Day Apiece. One Day Apiece, the next card on this list. It's kind of surprising to me. It's definitely an upstart goblin, and of course he is also playing an upstart goblin, as you guys can see here in this list, followed by 3 Dark Ruler No More. I've been saying that for a long time. Play Dark Ruler No More in the main deck with Mystic Mine. I haven't seen a lot of people do it. I've seen some people do it. He did it. He got really good results out of it. It's so funny. I think that the deck itself can definitely go second. A lot of people have been like, well, if I go first, Mystic Mine Burn will lose against me. And I definitely don't think that's actually the situation. But Mystic Mine's a good deck. We're going to continue with 3 Pot of Avarices, of course. Look at the top 3, add 1, can't special summon. This guy's playing no monsters in the main deck. He's now worried about the special summon. I would do that before. I played Silent Wobby in my main deck. If I Pot of Avarice, I can't Silent Wobby, vice versa. I think that the deck is just so versatile that you can play it in many different ways. I definitely like the way that he's playing it here. Let's go ahead and continue. 3 Pot of Extravagances. Pot of Extravagances are given. The extra deck does not matter here. You give your opponent your extra deck and you just let him shuffle for days. Just let your opponent have so much fun with it. You're going to be sitting there and you're going to be like, okay, cool, yeah, have fun, banish 6, whatever, I'm going to draw 2 anyway. And then 3 Ojama Duos, 3 Ojama Ojama Trios, That's crazy. That's so crazy. You give them tokens, you fill up their board. Whenever those tokens leave the field, you burn them too. Like, that's wild. So good. I've actually have played the Ojama Trio before in a deck that I had built before. I hadn't done Ojama Duo yet, but I thought that Ojama Trio itself was just good enough. I also like that for the continuous spells that he's not playing the Goddess continuous spell, the one that lets you stack their deck and look at your opponent's stacks. I don't see it in his main deck at all, so we're going to go ahead and continue. 3 Judgments. 3 Judgments seems fair. I think that's almost every Mystic Mind deck, of course. You got Metaverse. Metaverse being one of the best cards in this deck, because you can just, you have, like, it's really funny the way that he constructed his deck, because you have Metaverse, you have 3 Demise to the Lands, and then of course you have your 3 Mystic Minds, and those are all 6 Mystic Minds, right? And then the funny thing is that he has Terraforming, which is the 7th way to get into your Mystic Mind in the side deck. So just looking at this build here, he wanted to go for exactly 40. So that was like the craziest thing ever for me. Metaverse main deck, godly. 3 Dark Bribes. Dark Bribe is so good. A lot of people are like, well, Dark Bribe's really not that great because, you know, your opponent draws. I don't care. What are they going to draw into? Cosmic Cyclone? Okay. Like, okay, whatever. What are they going to draw to? Like, an Ash, you know, whatever. Like, it literally doesn't matter. You have 3 Ghosts, 3 Rivalries to wrap up the 40 card deck. This is a really well constructed deck. I also really like his side deck a lot, so we're going to jump into his side deck. I started looking at his side deck, and of course he has the 1 Terraforming, like I mentioned a minute ago. D Fisher, Harpies. Funny enough, he's playing back row and he's playing back row removal. That's, I mean, like, that is kind of like the goal of this whole deck, you know. They're going to set up something. What are they going to set up? Like, you know, right? Doesn't really matter. You got 3 Lava Golem for the monsters. 3 Lava Golem, pretty good. What do? Normal summon. You're locked out of your normal summon. This guy's literally only playing 3 monsters that he can ever summon, actually. Because even his extra deck can actually not be summoned. Like, that's so crazy. We're gonna continue. You of course have 3 There Can Only Be Once and 3 Curse Seals. There Can Only Be Once, just such a good card. It really does lock a lot of people out of their whole deck completely. Tears can only have 1, of course. You know, Sprites can only have 1. You know, they're gonna go starter, summon blue. There can only be 1. Chilling, buddy. And yeah, the extra deck honestly is super irrelevant. I think that for an extra deck like this at this point, I honestly should just start getting to the point where I can write out the easiest extra deck monsters names to write out in the extra deck, because if you're doing this all by hand in a pen, it's going to take forever to write these monsters names down. But this wraps up the video. I just really wanted to commentate a little bit over his deck profile. I think his ideas are really funny. Terraforming in the side deck really threw me off. I would have played 41 in the main deck. I don't care. With Upstart Gobbling, and then of course One Day Appease, that would have been like 39 cards, but now he's actually playing 38. And then he of course has, you know, Extrav and then Duality, which is just going to let him dig into his deck over and over to be able to find everything that he needs. Rivalry goes in so freaking busted. Demise of the Land, golden, you already know. This is one of my favorite decks. Shout out to this guy for winning. His name was, I have it written right here. I know I'm gonna butcher it. João Paulo Lima. Pretty sure this man is Brazilian. I think I had heard he was a local from Brazil, so shout out to you, my boy, because you did great. I love Mystic Mind. I've been wanting to do this video for a minute. It took me a minute to get it done. I really just wanted to give it a second and not do a video, and then, like, you know, the ban list drop right away or something. But ban list hasn't dropped yet. It's not out yet. Mystic Mind is still legal. I have a really good feeling that the ban list will drop and Mystic Mind will still be legal. That's just my personal opinion about it, though. Mystic Mind best deck. Mystic Mind Burn, so good, so much fun. No shout out to any of the players who are playing back row, like Chris Gillis, Alter Guys, Eldritch, Trap. No, Mystic Mind Burn is the way to go. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye. Peace.